What's going on, everybody? This is Temperature Check. I am your host, as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. How y'all doing? Before we get started with today's content, I must do what I always do anytime you see me on your screen. And that's thank you guys for the likes, comments, shares, most importantly, those subscriptions. So whether you be a day one fan or somebody who just started rocking with the channel today, man, I greatly appreciate it. And if you're loving what I got going on my YouTube and you want to see more of me, it's easy, man. You follow me, I follow you. We'll build this thing up together. So hit me up on Twitter, Mr. Temp Check, and definitely check me out on Instagram, Mr. Check the Temperature. But before we get started off into today's topic, I gotta say thank you to Vitafly and Showtime SP and to the OG Ben Swayze and New Era podcast. I know that I have had a incredible surge of new followers, and it's because of Vitafly. Let's not kid ourselves here, but I appreciate him so much, man. Definitely a mentor, definitely one of the homies, definitely one of the personalities in battle rap that I look up to. Showtime, you already know how me and your relationship is rocking right now. OG Ben Swayze, always been supportive, always been motivating me. But I got to show y'all now why they so invested in me and why they think I'm about to be one of the guys. But I also had to give them their flowers. Congratulations to New Era Podcast and Vitafly and Showtime SP. They just released the top 10 battle rap bloggers. And of course they came in top 5. Of course they came in top 5 respectively. The guys in Vitafly and Showtime and then also New Era Podcast also made that top 10. So shout out to both of them. But I got an announcement. Tomorrow night, man, I need y'all to pull up. Y'all pull up last week for the Real Sick interview. So I had to spin the block on the first ever Temperature Check Tuesdays. So 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night, man, I have my first woman interview. And I'm excited. Y'all know how I feel about the women. I love women. All women. I have a daughter, so of course I love women. But this is a very special personality, a very special interview for me. This is going to be CC from Let's Talk Battle Rap. You don't know who CC is? You about to find out tomorrow night, man. We're going to talk battle rap with CC from Let's Talk Battle Rap. And she was also on the inaugural panel who just announced the Woman of the Year for battle rap. That announcement is coming 4 p.m. today. She's one of those inaugural panelists. So we're going to talk about that process. We're going to talk about everything that went into it and get her predictions. Of course, we're going to do predictions for Kings vs. Queens 2 that's coming up on Saturday. But let's get right into today's topic, man. So usually I don't do one round recaps because, again, it's one round. I just believe the second person has so much of an advantage over the first. However, given the fact that it's Women Appreciation Week on Temperature Check channel, given the fact that Viixen is arguably, I haven't seen the list, but I would put her personally as my Woman of the Year in battle rap. Given the fact that she has Loso coming up on Kings vs. Queens, we got to talk about this one rounder with her and EK, right? I know y'all want the bar, so this battle actually went down on the Riot. If you are not checking out the Riot and iBattle Leagues, those are two of the best up-and-coming battle rap platforms, I believe, in the country right now for sure. The Riot is on the West Coast. Geechee Gotti is one of the main faces of the Riot, so shout out to Geechee Gotti and everything they got going on the West. And then you also have iBattle, which Real Sick just got done with Sneezy Bo in the one rounder there. So shout out to Lex and everything they got going on that. But, man, I got a couple bars. I got a couple bars from both of these artists. And this is what I say going into it. Emerson Kennedy, let's talk about him real quick. He's super dope, man. He's super talented, very original, super multi-layered. But it just feels like he's missing something. It feels like he had lyrics pen he has, but the presentation and delivery just hasn't found his niche yet. And so obviously, he's had some incredible battles. He was in the Ultimate Madness tournament. He's battled some of the heaviest hitters in battle rap. But again, I think his presentation is just a little bit off, and he just needs to tweak his delivery and his style a little bit. And I really feel like he can flourish. Viixen the Assassin, man, what can I say about her? She was probably one of the first female artists I knew, especially being from the Midwest. She's definitely one of the first female battle rap artists that I have really followed and grown to love and appreciate. I think the first battle I ever saw her in was her versus Coffee Brown on Black Ice Cartel, which is a fire battle. If you've never watched that, you definitely need to go check that out. And she has a two on two with Miss Hustle that was crazy. They called a body, and that 2-on-2. And obviously, you see what she just did with DNA. She had the fire battle with Lady Flames, and now she got this Emerson Kennedy battle, man, on the Riot as a warm up, getting her ready for Kings versus Queens this weekend. So, man, round one, it's on Emerson Kennedy. Now, this is what I'll say. A couple people in the crowd that stood out that I really need them to quiet down. One would be Geechee Gotti's co-host. She was a representative of Queen of the Ring. Really didn't catch her name, but she was definitely very influential in the battle, and not in a good way. Emerson Kennedy rapping, she telling him to hurry up and rap, quiet down, all this other stuff. When Viixen says a bar, she losing her mind, talking to everybody in the background. Like, you not who we here to see. I need you to stop that. And then there's also somebody behind Viixen. He finished her first line. Now, obviously there was a relationship. You've heard the bars. Leave that up to her though. That's not where you need to jump in. Don't go double dutching in her bars and in her delivery. We want to hear that from her. That's my two gripes before we get into these bars. But it's on Emerson Kennedy. He said, learning 2K, jabbing with the steps. Well, out here we kill cops. It's a different badge that we collect. That's fire. You know how we collect badges in 2K, trying to make our creative player better. By the way, I don't have PS5 yet, but if you play PS4, you still got 2K, and you got Madden, hit me up. We can definitely run a game. He says, I've been working harder than the seams on your bodysuit. That's fire. If we bold truth be told, you just young Cannon with the wig. I don't believe that. But, you know what I'm saying? Again, I like that bar, but this is definitely, when we talk about the multi-layers of Emerson Kennedy, MAGA's Rush the Capitol reminded me what I can do. Because one of them took a podium. I thought I should take a stand too. That's fire. He said, Hove is climbing up the Forbes list, Vix. The jig is up. That's a great album. I love that. Quick, witty. I love those type of punchlines, man. Switching the slang and running with it. Calling all your white friends dude, but your brother dropped the N-word. She's a light skin. She's mixed, half white, half black. So he's taking the angle towards her that essentially you use one language with your white homies, but when you're talking to the brothers, you use a completely different tone and completely different vocabulary. Okay then. He said, how you beat DNA and still have struggles with it? That's fire. Basically saying you don't know whether you white or you black. You still struggling to find out who you are? That's crazy. It's mine in hieroglyphics, Vix. I mean, your life is in ruin. Hieroglyphics, ruin. Your life is in ruins. I like that. I don't think a lot of people caught that bar. It was a quick one. Definitely love that. He said, I'm not mad you selling sex. I'm mad you feel like you have to. You don't have to do that, Viixen. You can show up in a hoodie and sweatpants and still get off on 90% of your opponents. But if you want to show up in a blue X-Men bodysuit, I'm definitely not going to be mad at that either. He said, Viixen just a moniker. That's why the First Lady caught you. I like that. Making reference to First Lady Flame. Shout out to her. She got a battle with JC on Kings versus Queens. Got to drop that promo real quick. He said, Venus is my Roman goddess. She sees us through the problems. That's fear, because out here, Venus is from Compton. Making a reference that Venus Williams is from Compton. Did y'all know that Venus and Serena was from Compton? I like that. I like that. And then the last bar I got from Emerson Kennedy, he says, how you claim that you a Rough Rider, but you weren't even the first to do it? Making reference that Eve was in the Rough Riders and she was the first lady? I like that. But again, the problem that I saw with Emerson Kennedy, he doesn't really have an aggression about him. You know, he's pulling up with the cultural robe and things of that nature. But he just doesn't have that aggressiveness that we're typically seeing in battle rap. He doesn't have that aggressive presentation. And boy, when I tell you Viixen took full advantage of the fact that she was going second, took full advantage of the fact that he has no aggression, we got to talk about her bars. So it's on Viixen. And before I started watching this battle, one of the things I heard about it was the amount of gas that they had for Viixen's bars. There was so much gas in the room. That's what everyone was telling me. My rebuttal to this: how is there gas in the room and she is on the West battling a West Coast rapper? That does not make any sense. Now, do I feel like some of the cheers were inflated? Yeah, but I also feel like that was warranted. She took full advantage of her overriding. She's well prepared when she goes into these battles. You can't fault her for that. You cannot fault her for that. I'm looking at my notes. I got 2 pages of notes for her. Not one, but 2. In a one-rounder. Just saying. Let's get to some of these bars, though. Y'all book E and VY. Look at them. Jealous of a... Come on, man. Envy, jealous of a bee? Come... Fire. You change your hair more than a bad bee do. I know bad bees that can't keep up with you. That's fire, and that's true. Emerson Kennedy, every performance you have a different hairstyle. Why? Why? You've been blind. I've seen you in aqua, in the aqua toothpaste color. I've seen you in pink hair. You're doing a lot, brother. You're doing, but she makes reference to this. She's a great angler. We need to talk about some of these angles. When we talk about Loso battle coming up, she says, ever since you started on the Dennis Rodman bull, your career getting spotty. Her, hear her. Come on, because remember, Dennis Rodman always changes hair color, and he had like that Jaguar with the different spots, the patch. He was very patchy. That was fire. He said, call yourself EK and Kennedy. I'll send them both to God. To the alter ego, making reference to alter ego, EK and Kennedy, but to the alter ego, saying she's going to send them up to heaven, and y'all talking about gas. But y'all talking about gas, though. Okay. He said, let them flex. I'm at his next. It's DX. If arms crossed, it's going. Come on. Who ain't never do the DX? I got 2 words for you. Who ain't never do that when they was in elementary school? Come on, man. I know I'm old, but I ain't that old. Y'all did it too. She says, I'm talking Tommy Pickles in the ring. I haven't met a pen that can hold me yet. That's crazy. That's a Rugrat reference, if I got to tell you. It's a Rugrat reference. He had the screwdriver in the diaper, pulled it out, flipped the little latch up, and it was go time. You think if you can believe you can achieve, spell both of these words out either way, I before E? Come on. And again, I'm writing down the bar, so I'm like, bruh, that's accurate. Super accurate. She said, after that L, your career took a stock flop. Now economy, after that crash, big stock drop. What? Come on, son. Talking about caffeine and URL owe you something. Well, the first lesson I learned growing up in a black household, that a mother don't owe you nothing. When I tell you she is barking on him, she is barking like no space. She is barking on him. And that's what we want to see in battle rap. I thought you have gun lines, but you the one crying. Now the riot like Syria, putting the babies on the front line. But wait, there's more. That wasn't even a punchline. That's the setup. Wham. That's how you sound lately. This challenge all in the knees. Cry, baby. Come on, bruh. Y'all not listening. There's no way y'all listening and y'all are okay with what's going on right now. Why make me an enemy? Look at history. We all know what happens when an assassin get a clear shot at the Kennedy. What? Loso, keep writing. Keep writing as I'm breaking this down. You keep writing, sir. Are you an activist or are you down with the shooter? Either way, when one of these swings, you can call my team, but you down with the movement? Are you an activist or a shooter? Either way, you down with the movement? Come on, bro. When you're talking about presentation of your bars, when we're talking about wordplay, this is exactly what we're talking about. I got to go to the second page. My apologies. Gun butt him, split it, so his face broke. Family standing over the unconscious. Conscious, like, stay woke. And when I tell you she yoked this boy up like a 3-year-old and was really just shaking the hell out of him. It's just not good. He said, then she takes the angle towards EK's girlfriend. Now we all know everyone does this, but she's a female talking about another female, so you know it's gonna hit differently. You know this. If you don't know, EK's girlfriend or your significant other is lacking of melatonin. She does not have any melatonin in her body. She is a white woman, and so the angle with him being a black activist dating a white girl, yeah. Let me say, he be getting stressed out over that white bee. She got all his lives shattered. Before the fight, Black Lives Matter. After the fight, all lives matter. You should only like cotton socks. When you eat her out, do you get cotton mouth? Come on, son. Self-explanatory. We don't care that she's white. We care that you're a black activist that act passionate. Always gonna have a messy end that don't want to be fed except they skin. What? Come, bruh. It's different. She talks differently. When she gets mad, does she call you a nig? Are you getting the picture? What? Oh my God. She said when she gets mad, does she call you a N-I-G-E? Are you getting the picture? Come on, man. The wordplay is, man, look. Loso, you still writing? All right, just making sure. She said, that white girl got you in a daze. This white girl leave you in a daze. That white girl got flat ass. This white girl got fat ass. That white girl don't cook for you. This white girl is cooking you. That white girl call you ER because she sees one. This white girl use ER because you gonna need one. Next time, don't send me the worker. Send me the boss. I want Gotti. And that was her round. Are you serious? So again, I'm not going to say who won or who lost. But if we're going by the bars, and we're going by presentation, and we're going by delivery and style, I'm going to let y'all decide, man. Don't forget, I need y'all to pull up tomorrow night, Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mr. Check the Temperature, CC. Let's talk battle rap. It's going to be a movie, man. But like always, we just getting started.